Okay guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how you can use social media to help you out become a better B-girl or B-boy, depending if you're a girl or a guy. And how you can use social media, because there's a lot of benefits to social media. There's also some downsides, but we're going to talk about it. So the first big benefit of social media is, of course, that you can see what's happening in the B-boy world and get inspired by that, right? So if we talk about, let's say, like back in the day, I was also like that. I didn't like Instagram, I didn't like TikTok and those kind of platforms. And I thought YouTube is good enough for me. But the problem is that, YouTube is kind of like, not everybody's on here anymore. Basically, now the big platform is Instagram. Everybody's on Instagram. And you can basically see all the crazy stuff that's happening in the world. You can see that limit pushing stuff. Like, I have students that don't want to be on social media at all, especially the adult ones, right? And they sort of, they don't know what's going on at all. Like Malish, the kid from Russia, pushed the limit again, and now he does over 72,000. Very insane, but my students would never know that, right? They maybe watch some YouTube vids, and then you will never know that that shit's even happening unless someone uploads it on YouTube and you happen to have to see it also, right? So social media is in that case very good. You can literally get inspired by watching your favorite b-boys. Try to watch people that inspire you, obviously, but in general it's very interesting how limit pushing everything is happening right now. And now a lot of new, like for instance, maybe because of the Olympics, I have no idea, but a lot of Chinese kids now coming up and doing insane stuff, and you would never know that if you just sitting at home twirling your thumbs. I also see that, me personally, I always get inspired no matter how high level I see. So I like it motivates me. I know some people, they think they're doing really well. They can do chair flares or something like that. And then they see the real level of the world. And sometimes they get a little bit demotivated. But you should really see it like, man, I can work with my own ways and try to get to that level. Or, work on footwork. You see some crazy transitions like that. Always fun to see. But use it to motivate you also. I kind of see this also in, yet again, students that they kind of, they practice correctly pretty much, but that's because I tell them how to do it. But, you kind of see that lack of motivation in there. They're not really pushing hard to get really good because, they don't even know what's out there in the world. So getting inspired, very, very good to see, guys. Now, a second reason that social media is very good. You're doing it right now if you're watching me right now or you're still with me. Tutorials, you learn something. You can also, like, this is something good to do. Like, for instance, back in the day, my favorite power mover was B-Boy the End. And back, like, he was by far at that point the best power mover. But watching him, you cannot learn so much about it because you just see the end result. You see someone that's really, really good and you say, I want to be like that. But sometimes it's good to watch people that are almost there. So they're getting to that level and you see that progress. You see, okay, this guy does the same as me. I need to practice like that. And you see that pushing limit. So you can watch progression vids or people that are practicing hard to get there. And you see sometimes that they're struggling, but at some point they get it. For me personally, I love that. That's why I also love teaching. I love when people grow and get better, right? So, but watching tutorials, obviously a plus. Don't just watch tutorials though. This is a slippery slope. Some people only watch the tutorials, but they don't practice, right? So then nothing will really happen. But watching tutorials can help you out. Watching, like I said, other people can help you out. So, now, personally, I do use social media, but if you look at the view count on this video right now, how many people watch this? 30, something like that. A very low number, right? So I'm like, this channel, for instance, the YouTube channel, really is all about the love. I just do it for free to give people that want to watch my tutorials, learn something. I'll be happy. But I started it in the COVID time when I couldn't teach, mostly for my own students. They give them still the information, but this is just for the love, right? And when you go to my TikTok or Instagram account, I have some followers, but not a lot. And my videos don't get viewed so much, right? but still, when I post on it, I want to post something good, and because I practice every day, I post a new clip every single day, and sometimes I just do technical work, right? So for, let's say, I'm doing head spin and trying to do a good ball head spin. I just focus on that, but that will be very boring to post this every time. So even if I do like technical work, like let's say I'm doing air flare and just focus on swinging that leg low, then all you will see is a bunch of clips of me trying air flare a couple of times, right? That's very boring. So even after I did the work, because that's the work you need to do as a b-boy if you want to improve, I also make a little clip of me practicing, so I practice even more and make it work for me basically. And like trying to keep it varied. Like I said, I train every day, so I gotta make these clips a little bit entertaining, not just for the other people, right? Because like I said, not a lot of people see it, but for yourself also. So when you watch these clips, you don't see the same shit over and over, because you can get also bored by yourself, right? So it's very good to use like that. Also remembering your own stuff, like like especially footwork and crazy transitions. It's so easy to make something and then forget about it, right? So having that database sort of your own stuff can help you out a lot, guys. Sometimes you have to study yourself, but even for me, it got boring quick when I tried to watch all my old clips to learn from them. It's kind of boring because I make a lot of new stuff every time. But yeah, that's it, guys. So I hope to make this work, that we get the split screen and you can watch a little bit of my stuff over there. I will sort of have different clips of me doing different things every time, right? And I still practice diligently the same thing over and over, of course. But yeah, guys, so that's a good way. So and then finally, there's another really big plus on social media, and I think you should do this even if you don't like social media. You should make a database, preferably on something like YouTube, because as an example, TikTok it's sort of a platform I like to use because it's very easy to put clips together. So I start my clips usually on TikTok, put together and put music under it. It's super easy on that platform, and also kind of fun that a lot of people that don't search for you can still see your stuff, right? So that's that algorithm that you have to figure out, which I never really did, but whatever, right? But in the States, for instance, they try to ban TikTok at some point, right? So you never know what's going to happen with these social media platforms, and then you might lose all your data. So it's good to sometimes post at least the stuff you really want to keep on a platform like YouTube or Instagram. Probably might go at some point too, because that's how those things go. But it's good to, save that stuff. Don't save it on a PC somewhere. Don't be like me. Don't save it on a phone somewhere, because I have a lot of really, really dope footage that's on a phone that is destroyed because there was a period in time I didn't post at all or very little, right? And I don't have all that stuff at all because that phone got destroyed, right? So then, okay, I have a dead phone, which I can't use at all. I can't even plug it into the PC to upload data from there. So, all my shit's gone. Now, I also have a lot of footage on a YouTube account somewhere. And you can put that on private, right? If you don't want the world to see it, you can put it on private. And you have that footage basically for life, or at least as long as YouTube is there. And I'm assuming kind of that YouTube is the platform that will stay the longest. Let's hope so, because otherwise I lose a fuck ton of footage, guys. But yeah, so then you have that footage. Now, let's say you quit, right? So I'm 43, I'm still breaking for 23 years already. So, I plan to keep on going even though I'm this old. But let's say you quit, right? And in 10 years down the line, you watch your own clips. It's really fun to see that stuff, right? Oh man, those memories also come back. Even I have this. When I watch like old footage, back in the day we practiced in some back room with basically all the Amsterdam b-boys, and back then we went really, really hard on the power tricks, right? Crazy moves and transitions. Man, I have such fond memories of that time, right? So seeing that stuff, that's that memory, you always can see that cool stuff, right? So I use social media also as a database, and it's good to have. Like, I have friends that don't post on social media at all, and it's all a memory for them, right? They only have the memory. Because I know you think like, no, but I have it on a phone somewhere. But in reality, those phones get corrupted, or you have it on a PC somewhere, and at some point you upgrade your PC and all that stuff's lost. It happened to me also, right? So that's a good way to use social media too, guys. Just using your social media in this way is very good. There's also, of course, bad things in using social media. We all know about it. But you can use social media this way. Personally, I also use it as a commercial for my lessons, because I teach, obviously. So in Instagram, I also put in the story a little clip of me practicing, because I practice every day. And then I just put on under there, like in text, where they can follow my lessons, right? So then you get like, okay, that's a free commercial. That's good. I know b-boys that were sort of from poor countries, like, you wouldn't know these guys without social media, right? But they were very, very, very good b-boys, or b-girls sometimes. And they literally got invited, and they flew these guys over from a poor country to, whatever jams and stuff, because they were so good. So they use social media to help them out, get elevated from, being stuck somewhere, not having money, whatever. You can literally promote yourself too. So that's also a good thing if you search for it, if you want that, right? Not everybody wants that, and that's fine. But at least, like, using social media in some way or another can help you out a lot, guys. That's it. Hope you found it interesting. Hope you start using social media kind of as a productive way. Of course, you don't have to do all what I do or do anything at all, but it is a good thing sometimes to use social media, right? See you next time.